In today's video, I'm discussing 10 phrases narcissists hate. Let's get started. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tamie M. Joyce. I'm the founder of Tamie M Coaching and the creator of the Freedom class and the Ascension class. If you'd like to learn more about how to become a coaching client, there's a link in the description below this video where you can apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team. So let's dive into 10 phrases that narcissists hate. Now, depending on what you want to accomplish, you may choose to use one or some of these very selectively, or you might choose to avoid them altogether. Again, this will fully be dependent on your personal circumstances, meaning your level of safety, security, confidence, and sovereignty even, as well as your end goal. What exactly is it that you're trying to achieve? So be smart. Although I firmly believe in having the ability to stand our ground when it comes to dealing with anyone who lands on the spectrum of destructive narcissism, it's also preferable that we don't poke the bear unnecessarily and become more of a target than we may already be. Now, with that said, let's dive into 10 phrases that narcissists hate. Number 1, you're wrong. If you want to trigger narcissistic rage, this is a good way to go. If, on the other hand, you want to avoid triggering narcissistic rage, keep this one to yourself. Few things will trigger the narcissist and threaten their false sense of superiority like being told that they're wrong, even when it's the truth, especially when it's the truth. You're pointing out that the narcissist is wrong in any way, or highlighting all the holes in their self-serving and distorted narrative, will likely enrage them to the point where you will be left with zero doubt as to the true nature of the person you're dealing with. All of their true colors will be in full bloom the moment that you aren't aligning with them and their perception. Narcissists don't like to be wrong, and they especially don't like anyone pointing out that fact, no matter the circumstances. Again, even when you're right, even when you're speaking the truth. And this is especially true when the truth threatens to expose their inadequacies, shortcomings, and relationship crimes. Number 2, no. If you want to know whether or not you're dealing with someone who lands on the spectrum of destructive narcissism, set a boundary. Say no, or no thank you. I will not. I won't do that. In other words, no. You won't agree to do whatever it is they've decided they want you to do when they want you to do it. How a person reacts to the word no, no matter how kindly or respectfully you say it, will tell you everything you need to know about who they are. The thing with narcissistic people is this: the less you're willing to cooperate, participate, engage, enable, or allow yourself to be dragged into the ring with them, in other words, the less they're able to manipulate, dominate, and control you, the less power they have over you, the more high voltage, disproportionate, and irrational their reaction will be. And this is when the "I'm such a good person" mask slips and they show their true colors. When they can't get their way, they don't play nice, or mature, or sane for that matter. In fact, they'll probably come out swinging, because when they realize the extent to which they're powerless to dominate and control you or the situation, emotional violence is all the narcissist has left in their toolkit. And in my view, when this happens, be grateful. It's better to know who they are and what they're capable of, rather than continue to be duped by the phony "I'm such a great person" dog and pony show they've got going on. Number 3, a simple "okay" and silence, not another word, or "sure." Now, to be clear, this does not mean you're agreeing with them. What it means is what you're essentially saying when you say "okay" or "sure" is whatever. In other words, you don't care enough to engage or react. And here's the thing. The narcissist wants you to engage. They want you to react. They thrive on the argument, the circular, mind-bending, never-ending, crazy-making conversation. Take that away from them, you're taking away their source of narcissistic supply, your vital life force energy that they actually feed off of. And they don't like it when that source of supply is cut off through our non-reactivity or non-engagement. So again, okay, or sure. And be sure to have a really flat facial expression and maybe even shrug when you say it. That'll really drive the point home. Number 4, you're entitled to your opinion of me. I have no right to try to control your opinion of me, or how you choose to see me is none of my business. Know this, when a narcissist is screaming at you, calling you names, projecting all over you, and slinging whatever mud they can come up with, when they're acting out like the irrational emotional toddler that they actually are, in a fit of narcissistic rage, know that they are fully talking about themselves every time. And the more high voltage and intense the attack, the more projection is going on. Again, every single time. And when they realize that you could care less and their opinion of you doesn't even register on your radar, you can expect their reaction to be nuclear, one way or another. Narcissistic people are selfish, self-centered, entitled, childish, powerless little humans. And my advice is to see that for what it is and do not let any of that stuff land on you. Whatever you do, do not engage. Go live your life. Go be happy. Go be great. And rest assured, they'll quickly find someone else to roll around in the mud with. They have to. It's their comfort zone. They need the fight, the dominance, the control, the never-ending power struggle. They need all of it in order to feel alive, to feel significant, important. And you know better, so go do better and be better without all the extra nonsense that the narcissist brings to the table. And if you want help with that, you're likely an excellent candidate for one of my coaching programs. Click the link in the description below this video to apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team. Now, to be clear, this is an application process. This is for you if you're ready and able to invest in yourself and your healing and recovery journey. If you want the pain to stop, you want to find a way out of the fog, confusion, self-doubt, fear, and anxiety brought on by having been exposed to empathy-impaired emotional manipulators who feel entitled to hurt you, and worse yet, blame you for the hurt they cause. If that's you, the link is in the description below this video. In addition, there's also a brand new free gift section in the description below this video, so be sure to avail yourself of that as well. Number 5, that's a lie, or that's not true. Again, few things will trigger narcissistic rage like the truth. And you highlighting the fact that they're full of it will cause a major narcissistic injury and possibly even ignite narcissistic rage. The less emotion you display, the more calm, cool, and collected you are in your delivery of the facts, the more enraged they'll become. So know that in advance and be careful. Do whatever you need to do to keep yourself and other vulnerables, including your pets, children, and the elderly, safe. Number 6, I don't believe you. Now, this is close to number 5, that's a lie, but different in that it simply states a few things with crystal clear clarity. A, you don't take them seriously whatsoever, and B, they have zero credibility with you. In other words, you're onto them. You know it, and they know it. And therefore, they can't lead you down the garden path, gaslight you, manipulate, dominate, dupe, deceive, or control you. And they can't control your perception of reality. And they don't like that. Next on the list of words and phrases narcissists hate, number 7, I disagree. Again, if you want to know for certain who and what you're dealing with, hold a different viewpoint. Express the fact that your experience doesn't add up with their narrative. The narcissist will quickly show you exactly who they are and what they're capable of. Just how cruel they can become and how quickly. It's shocking, really. Number 8, I did it. Now, they may be able to feign happiness for you for a very short time, but I assure you it'll be brief and, as I said, feigned. The more they fear you outshining them, the more they will act out, whether that be passive aggressively or outright aggressively, whether that be by withholding praise, support, acknowledgement, approval, or any kind of validation, or by directly insulting you and minimizing any effort, success, or accomplishment on your part. Now, here's the thing. Narcissistic people don't like it when others succeed or shine too brightly. So don't expect the narcissist to be happy for you when you're making it happen in your life. In fact, they'll go out of their way to knock you down a peg or two. Again, directly or indirectly, to your face or behind your back, whatever they think they can get away with. Remember, narcissists are deeply insecure, shame-based, and pathologically envious. So don't be surprised when they're incapable of being genuinely happy for you and your success or good fortune, no matter how hard you've worked for it. Instead, they'll be far more likely to take great delight in diminishing, demeaning, and invalidating you. And none of it has anything to do with you. Remember that. Number 9, I'm not interested. Now, the reason that this one blows the narcissist's mind so much is it boils down to this. Just who exactly do you think you are to reject the narcissist? Don't you know who they think they are? Don't you know that's against the rules? Only they get to reject others. Only they get to look down their nose at others, treating people with contempt and disdain. Only they get to passively aggressively target you with the cold shoulder and the silent treatment. They do the dumping and discarding, not you. When a narcissist cannot succeed in gaslighting or otherwise manipulating you, duping and deceiving you, when you refuse to engage or participate, when you're onto them and aren't buying the BS, when you could care less about their smear campaign, and they inevitably run that smear campaign as a means of retaliation, when you don't care, they are fully powerless over you. And there's nothing the narcissist hates more than the fact that deep down they are truly disempowered souls. And anyone who threatens to expose that truth will be met with absolute fury. So again, be smart and be safe. And last but not least, number 10, you must be joking. Few things will piss a narcissist off more than not being able to successfully gaslight you. And when you look at them and say, you must be joking, the gig is up. Their attempts to gaslight you aren't working, and this drives them bananas. Simply stand calmly and firmly, grounded in your truth, and watch as they lose their ever-loving mind in sheer frustration, while simultaneously exposing themselves, and thus proving you right, all in one fell swoop. And on that note, I'm going to call it a wrap. But before I go, you should know the Ascension class is open for enrollment. Now, this is for you if you're ready and able to invest in yourself, you're ready to shift your identity, master the law of attraction, heal your relationship with money, and put a full stop end to the limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging behaviors that are holding you back and preventing you from living your best life. If you're ready to reinvent yourself from the inside out, create your dream life by design, and finally become the you were always meant to be, then click on the link in the description below this video to apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team.